Hi, I'm Grandma Judy. I, my whole philosophy in life is get up and go. Well, guess what happened? I'm 78 and I can still get around just fine, but not for long distance. So if I want to go to the county fair or rock show or go for a nice long walk, that was becoming a big issue for me. My back's bad and it's not going to get better at my age. Now I do a lot of exercising and stretching, which does help. Excuse me, which does help. But the truth is, I'm not going to ever be 40 again. So I decided I didn't want to be limited. So what I did was I went down and I bought this really cool upright walker. I tried using one of the smaller walkers, the ones that were you're all bent over. Held my back. I'd used a walker and I'd be in worse shape than I was. And my idea was to be able to walk and prevent the pain. So I went down and I bought this upright walker for me. And it's great because now I'm only 5 foot. So my camera's not set up very well for height. But anyway, I can stand up on this. Isn't that nice? I can walk upright. I've got brakes, so I can turn around and I can stop myself if I need to. It's got a seat, so when I get someplace and I want to visit, I can do that too. And it even came with a really cute little pouch that turns out my Carmen, my little all-American mutt that weighs about 4 pounds, can go in right in there with her head sticking out and she can have a perfectly good time too. So it works. The reason I'm showing you this is that we shouldn't let age determine what we can and can't do in life. We just need to look sometimes for different alternatives. I know. And sometimes I know it's hard on the budget. This walker cost me $160 Amazon delivered to the house. And I got one designed for women that weighs less than 20 pounds because I'm only 5 foot tall. And this actually fits in the back seat of my car. I know. Could not be happier with this. So I can go to all the rock shows I want, all the county fairs, go for long walks. I can go snooping and shopping all I want, and I don't have to worry about it. Because what would happen was I could do those things, but I'd be in pain for a week afterwards. And that would limit what I could do. Not fun. So I got myself this walker. Now I can do all of those things. And instead of causing pain, it relieves it because I can put my arms right here. I know. And that supports my weight. So all my weight isn't on my lower back and my hips. Big, big help. So the reason I'm doing this video is I want to encourage people to come up with alternatives. Don't think of a walker as, oh, now I can't do anything. Now I have a walker. I'm old. Nah, it's just a way to free us up so we can keep doing whatever we darn well please. And that's what I do. So anyway, I hope you'll think about coming up with ways so that you can do what you like to do. Some of the other things I do is I like to do wire wrap. And if I want to, I'm out in the hobby house now, but say I want to go in the house, have dinner with my daughter and watch some TV with her in the evening. I take in a wire wrap project and I put it on a lap tray. One of those that's got kind of like beads or sand or something in the bottom, and it's got a nice little edge on it. So I can sit there in my recliner with my feet up and I can do my wire wrap jewelry. I can do anything I want. So yeah, come up with alternatives instead of doing, I can't do it anymore. Sure we can. Now, I could take this over to the senior center because they have lunches and stuff, and I'd be able to walk around and do as I please. I can go up and down Main Street and go into all the shops, have a really good time. Why? Because I decided that the $160 wasn't going to stop me from having the rest of my life and doing whatever I want, whenever I want to do it. I know. Now I'm getting ready to go to Arizona and going to the Grand Canyon and going to Sedona and being able to go in and out of all those galleries. It's going to be a really big deal to me. And we're looking for some land that my daughter and I might purchase. Not real sure yet, but we're thinking about it because, again, being on ice in the wintertime, and I live in Washington State, and, you know, 3 to 6 inches of ice 4 months out of the year can be pretty limiting because even I don't care what your age is. Long before, when I was back in my 50s, I had picked up a bunch of those old silver walkers from the Goodwill store for like $10 a piece and put uh, what are they, tennis balls down on the bottoms instead of the wheels, because that way I could get out of my house, I could go to my car, I could go from my car to the grocery store if I wanted to, because those balls that kind of stick to the ice, which was a really big help because I was seeing too many of my friends with broken hips, concussions, bad problems because they decided they just were going to do it. Well, I'm all for doing it. Believe me, get up and go is my motto. But let's take some cautions out there. And those old silver walkers sitting around my property didn't bother me a bit. Now, I'd have friends come over and go, Judy, where have you got that there? Because it'd be whether it was January or July, they were out there. I go, well, when the ice comes, I just use them so I can get around real well. Or if I'm having to carry something that's really heavy, I'd put a sling on it, stick it in there, and go. And it made my life easier. I'm all for making my life easier. It's like deciding to, instead of packing 50 pounds on your shoulder to feed the livestock, putting it in a wagon. I know, just little things, but they all make a difference in the long run. So try to figure out what you need to make your life better. And a lot of the stuff is actually covered by Medicaid. Almost all of it's covered by Medicaid. And some of it's even covered by Medicare. You just have to go to your doctor and get a prescription. No, it's not that big a deal. And it was delivered right to my door by Amazon. I know. And even I could put it together. Wasn't hard at all. Yeah, the Amazon delivery guy, he kind of knows me. I do a lot of Amazon stuff. And where do you want it? I said, oh, would you put it in the hobby house for me? And he brought that big box in and set it in the hobby house. So all I had to do is take the knife and open it up and put I think I had 3 pieces I had to put on, or 5 pieces. I have 4 wheels, 6-inch wheels, by the way, so I can do all terrain. And, and these grips had to be put on, they were separate. I think that was it. Everything else was all put together for me. But it makes such a huge difference. So I thank you ever so much. Now I'm going to reach over here because had to back up so you could see me better and hit my off button. Bye-bye from Grandma Judy. Remember, get up and go, even if it takes a walker.